For me, when I purchased my Ferrari, it was a hard requirement that I buy it from Ferrari of San Francisco, my local dealer. And today we're gonna go ahead and dive into why I did that and why you might wanna consider doing that as well when you start looking to purchase your Ferrari. So while not a guarantee, one of the big drivers, of course, is the odds are you're gonna get a better car if you get it from a Ferrari dealership compared to anywhere else. Now, of course, there are always exceptions to the rule, both in terms of getting better cars and worse cars. But in general, overall, you have a better chance of getting a high quality car from a dealership than you do from private party or a general used exotic cars dealership. And so that was one of the big kickers for me. I'm sure you can have a car inspected from anywhere, but still, for me, having that peace of mind of getting the car at the dealership, having them inspect the car, go through and perform their CPO status on it, so that way I have a 2-year warranty from the factory on it, are all huge pluses for me. And plus, odds are the car came from a previous owner that is a current client of the dealership. And so they've got their established history with the car, has probably been well taken care of, and an increased likelihood of having full service history at a dealership, maybe even the one that you're getting the car from. And that was the case it was for me. When I got my car, I was the second owner. It was bought brand new from that dealership. It had full service history from the dealership from day one all the way up until I took possession of it. And so I know with a very high degree of confidence that is a very well taken care of car. Of course, you see the car and the condition is just impeccable. It shows really well, and it gives you an indication that, yeah, it's gonna be a really good car. Plus, of course, now I've got the 2-year warranty on it, and so that's gonna help give me a little additional peace of mind as well. Now, of course, there are horror stories sometimes where someone bought a car from a dealership, had a CPO car, and they still had problems with it. And there are no guarantees. You can buy a brand new car and have problems with it. And it's just the way it is. But in general, your chances are a lot better if you go through a dealership. Now, of course, you're gonna pay a premium for that because you are buying from a dealership versus from a private party. And so you have to take that into consideration as well, and what your level of risk is and what type of an experience you want. I also wanted to have that full dealership experience. Now, I know I was buying an 11-year-old car, but at the same time, I wanted to have the feel that I was buying a brand new car, taking delivery of it. And I got that experience from Ferrari of San Francisco, and I couldn't be happier with how everything went down. Of course, I didn't get the opportunity to spec all the options on my car, but lucky for me, the way this one's optioned out is pretty close to how I would have ordered it. I had the ability to do so 11 years ago. But I got all the delivery vibes and experience that I wanted. It was really amazing. We spent a couple of hours going over all the details of the car and how everything worked and stuff. So I really couldn't be happier in that regard. So if that's something you are wanting to experience as well, then that's just another reason as well. Now, the next part of why you want to buy your car from a dealership pertains to those of you who want to have the full Ferrari experience, because unlike most car brands, Ferrari isn't just about the car. It's about the experience and the lifestyle and everything that goes along with that. At least it is for me. Some people out there just want to be able to buy the car as cheap as they can and then drive it and enjoy it for what it is and don't care about any of the other stuff. And that's fine. Then this second half really doesn't apply to you. For a lot of enthusiasts and people that love Ferrari like I do, it's beyond just the driving of the car and owning the car. It also is the camaraderie, meeting other owners, the lifestyle that goes along with it, the private events, the exclusivity, all of that as well, and rolls into one big package. And so I was adamant I wanted to buy from the dealership because I wanted to start establishing that relationship with them that would foster and grow over the next coming decades. And so that's what I've done. And as a result, in the first 7 months of ownership, I've been to 2 events with the dealer and have already signed up for a 3rd one. And so the 2 that I've been to have been amazing. They were a blast, a lot of fun, really well received, and really over the top events. Met a lot of great people at those events, and I'm looking forward to meeting more people at future events and seeing people I met at previous events at future events. And so from that aspect of it, from the lifestyle perspective and the events and everything beyond just the car and driving it, is why you want to go ahead and purchase your Ferrari from a dealership. And not just any dealership, but a dealership that's close to you that will allow you to be able to participate in those type of events. Now, I know there are places in this country or even in the world where you don't have a dealership that's even within your state, and so that makes things a bit of a challenge. For me, my dealership is over 2 hours away, and that's just because I live out here in the Sierra foothills, and I'm okay with that. And I'm fortunate enough to actually have a couple of dealerships within driving distance for me to choose from. I chose one over the other just because of how I was received at the dealership the first time I walked in there almost 4 years ago compared to the other. And so it's just first impressions with my experience with those dealers. And I couldn't be happier with the decision with the dealership that I have to support the vehicle and me and my family, and am absolutely looking forward to attending more events in the future. Now, there is one event that is going to be a challenge for me to attend as a client until I become a top client, and that's Casa Ferrari during Monterey Car Week, the Pebble Beach Concourse. There are very limited spots available, and there's so many top clients that is very difficult to get in, and it's probably gonna be years, if not decades, before I'm even eligible, but I'm not gonna give up on that dream. It looks like a lot of fun. I've had some friends that have gone and participated, and they love it. They go every year, and so something to work towards and keep me going.